Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Ashonti Monet. If you're a returning subscriber, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you comment and you tell a friend to tell a friend, and I appreciate you. Thank you for being on Get Money Team. If you're a new subscriber, make sure you subscribe. Turn that post notification bell on so that every time I post, you be the first one to get it. And make sure you like and also comment. Let's spread the love. You're a part of this family now too. So guys, I'm keeping my word. I said that I would be consistent with videos, and that's what I'm going to do. I love talking to you guys, and yeah, like, you get a glance at my real life, the real me, how I am. Like, it's no script, it's no acting, it's just me, raw me, how I am in real life. Now let's get on with this video. So, as you can see by the title, today's video is going to be a story time that I got held up by gunpoint by my ex. And I know y'all thinking, like, what in the world, how this happened? Why were you dealing with someone like that? I don't know. But I'm about to get into it, straight into it. So make sure you got your goodies, because this story time is serious. And yeah, so maybe I can help people not go down this road that I went down. And everything is a learning experience for me, so I don't regret it. Like I said, everything is a learning experience. So you live and you learn. You know do's and the don'ts. So, yeah, let's get into this video. So, I was 23. And I met this guy. I'm going to name him Ronnie. So I met Ronnie when I was 23 years old, and when I first met him through Facebook, and I was just like, he hit me up, and I was like, oh, this guy's handsome, he's really cute, or whatever. And we started talking on the phone. Well, not the phone, the little messenger app thingy. We started video recording. I was at an old friend house at that time, and me and her was in her room, and we was talking to him on the phone. Where I was talking to him, she was just in the background. Basically, like all y'all cute type stuff. So, that's how me and him met. We was on Messenger video recording, and he was telling me how cute I was, how pretty I was, and I was like, you cute. He just kept smiling the whole entire time we was video chatting, and which made me smile because I don't know, I'm a shy person. Like, I blush, especially if it's somebody I'm interested in. Now, mind you, red flag number one, we didn't know anything about each other. Like, this was our first time meeting, and we literally got on video chat. Like, the very first day, we didn't even know each other for the whole day. But that was a red flag, and I was young and I didn't know any better, but that was a red flag. So as we continue to talk or whatever, the next step was him telling me that he said, I got something to tell you. And I was like, what? And so when he said that, I got real curious. So I started going through his photos and stuff like that on his social media. So I started noticing pictures, and I'm like, you come off as a street dude or whatever. And when I was talking to him, I seen that he had tattoos and stuff on his face, like one right there, whatever. So I asked him about it, and he was like, I used to be in a gang. I was a blood, but I'm no longer in it. Da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, red flag number 2. I was like, I don't want no parts of that. I was like, I don't talk to gang members. None of that. Like, he was like, he somehow guilt me into giving him a chance. That was red flag number 3, because for one, I was going outside of my morals and standards by even giving him a chance, because that's not something that I would have ever done with no guy. I haven't done it in the past before him, and I sure wasn't trying to do it during him. So he guilt me into it, and I was like, maybe I'm being harsh. He did say it's in the past or whatever, but I ended up giving him a chance. Red flag number 4. And the first time of us meeting, it was, I'm sorry guys, hold on. So we met very fast. Like, he ended up coming to an old friend house, and he spent the night or whatever, and we talked, chilled, laughed, all of that. He was really amazing. Like, in the beginning, he was great, like, nice guy. But this is what narcissists do when they trying to get they bait. Like, they pretend they like wolf in sheep clothing. They're not themselves. They're gonna pretend to get you. So that's what he did. He pretended to get me because he knew if I knew the truth, I would have never wanted him. So yeah, he ended up spending the night. I had to go to school that next day, so I went to school, and my old friend, she dropped Ronnie off to his house. And I know y'all like, you let your friend drop a dude you talking to off at his house, but I'm not mean or anything, but she wasn't his type, and she wasn't somebody he would go mess with. I promise you that. But yeah, so I wasn't worried about that. But she was a snake, and that's another video for another time. But anywho, this is how we met. And then after that, everything just started moving so fast. Red flag number 5. Like, before I know it, we calling each other babe, talking about we in a relationship and all of this, and this something I don't ever do. Like, I don't know what I was going through that time, but I was tripping. So, I don't know if y'all can hear my little sister. She in there crying. I'm gonna have to get her in a minute, but yeah, so everything started moving fast, and I just can't tell you what happened in between those times that everything was going fast, because I don't know. I know it wasn't love. It was in like strongly. And hold on, guys. Give me a minute. So yeah, like I said, I can't tell you what happened in between the times that everything was moving extremely fast. Like, like I said, I was young, and I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I was just going off his looks, and I'm gonna just be honest, like, it was his looks. And so time went past, and I noticed that he became very insecure. This is where everything started happening. Like, he became very insecure. He started accusing me of things that I wasn't doing. Come to find out, he the one that was cheating. Like, but you know, cheaters, to make themselves feel better, they try to lie on you and say that you the one that was cheating. That's a narcissist. So Ronnie kept accusing me, saying I was cheating and talking to people and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, you're crazy. Like, what? So that was a red flag number 6. But I let it go because I was in so I kept talking to him. So I ended up getting this job at a place, and the place, I didn't want to work there, but I needed the funds, so I ended up working. It was a meat packing factory, and I told him about it. He was like, I'm so proud of you. You got a job. You need this, da-da-da-da-da. So let me tell you the crazy thing that he decides to do. He decides to apply at the same job. And he actually got hired at the same job as me. So now we're not only going from talking on the phone every day, we going from seeing I'm sorry, guys. Not only are we going from talking on the phone every day, I'm also now got to see him at work every day. So when we got to work, he started taking that insecurities at work. Everybody knows the workplace, that's not okay. It's not appropriate for the workplace. So he took it to the workplace and was just accusing guys of talking to me. And everybody was like, Ashonti don't be talking to nobody. She comes here and she do her job and she leave. Like, I was very antisocial. Like, yes, I did speak to people, but as far as keeping conversations, that didn't happen. But in his head, because he a psychopath, in his head, it happened. So he was just telling guys, you see this right here, don't talk to her, she belong to me or whatever. And that was red flag number 7. Actually, red flag number 7 was him getting a job at the same place I work. Red flag number 8 was him being controlling, telling everybody they need to stay away from me when nobody was around me. Like, you sound crazy. Like, so we get outside of the job and he just started an argument with me in front of everybody. Didn't care how he embarrassed me and stuff like that. And this stranger girl, she walked past and she said, know the signs. I didn't know what she meant by that. She was like, know the signs. And I'm like, huh? So I didn't pay it no mind. Then he became aggressive, started pulling on my arm and ended up bruising my arm up. That was red flag number 8. And I let that go. I ended up coming home telling my mom because she seen it and she wanted to know why I was there. And I said I hit my arm at work. And when in reality, he did it, but I didn't want to tell her. He would apologize like any abuser would do, apologize and then do it again. So the day that he was supposed to come over, my mom said he could come over because she never met him. The day he was supposed to come over, he ended up getting arrested. Red flag number 9. And he called me and I was just like, that's what you get because you don't listen to me. You always doing what you want to do. He got mad and he hung up. And then he called me back and he was like, I'm out. Do you still want me to come? My dumb self said, yeah. So I ended up letting him come. He ended up meeting my mom. She asked him a couple of questions and oh my gosh. You know how moms do. They gonna grill the heck out of a person. That's exactly what my mom did. She grilled him. And it's like he wasn't ready. He was caught off guard. Like, so when he left, she was like, he's not the one for you. He looks like an abuser. And I was like, Mom, you don't even know him. How you get all that just by you talking to him? And she said, I don't care what you talking about. I'm telling you, you need to leave him alone. He looked like a woman beater. So I didn't leave him alone. But that was, moms knows. When moms tell you something, guys, listen, because they know what they talking about. I promise you they do. They're not just telling you stuff because they don't want you to be happy. They telling you stuff because they've been there, done that. They know, they can see, and they don't want you going through that. So just listen. If you don't listen to nothing else I say, listen to this. Remember that Ashonti said, listen to your mom, because your mom knows best. So I ended up still keep talking to him. So I started going over his house. His uncle and them would come pick me up, take me to his house, and I ended up meeting all his peoples, his grandma, granddad, his mom, sister, all the whole nine. And I noticed that he started, treating me like I was a trophy, like I was his trophy girlfriend. And that's all I was to him. Like, my looks is what he was happy about. He thought he got cool pointers for dating a pretty girl like me. So, yeah, I would go to his house, and to the point where when it was time for me to go back home, nobody that brought me there wanted to take me back home. So one night I ended up getting stranded there because his uncle didn't want to take me back home, and I didn't have a car at the time. And my mama had already done told me not to go, and I did it anyway. So, yeah, so I ended up having to spend the night. And then I went home the next day, and my mom felt very disrespected. And I understand that. I promise y'all, I was not trying to be devious. I promise you I wasn't. I really wanted to go home, but I couldn't get there. And walking wasn't an option because his house was, if I'm walking, his house is far from my house. So Ronnie just didn't care that he was starting to cause a rift between me and my mom. That's a narcissist. Somebody that don't care, that's only about themselves. Like, he didn't care about the chaos he was causing between me and my mom and all of this. And I was so dumb and stupid because I really liked him and wanted to be with him. So I was taking all this crap that I would never normally take. And so fast forward to this night, like, we're at his house. I left work, and I ended up, his dad and his dad's girlfriend picked us up and took us to his house. And I'm at his house, we talking or whatever. So out of the blue, he just says, I'm going to call a girl in front of your face. I'm going to FaceTime her. And I said, okay, you do that, then I'm going to call a guy. Mind you, I didn't have no guy to talk to. I wasn't talking to no guys. He was the only guy I was talking to. And he ended up going to call a girl on a phone that I gave him because he didn't even have a phone. So he was going to disrespect me like that. So I went through my Instagram and went through my block list, and I seen that I had my old best friend up there. So I just unblocked him and video chat him. I honestly didn't think he was going to answer. Me and him ain't talked in a long time. So I called and I put the phone on speaker, and the phone rung and it rung and it rung. And then he answered. And when he answered, he was like, hello. And I was in shock, like, oh my gosh, he really answered. Like, I didn't think he was going to answer. And so when he heard hello, he instantly caught back, and then he punched me in the face, and I hit the wall. So now and then after he did it, he was like, now lay down. And I'm like, we instantly went to fighting, and his family, turned on me as if I was the one that was causing problems and all of this. So I'm now in an argument with not only him, but his family members. And so I'm leaving outside of the house. Don't know how I'm going to get back home. Like, because they telling me to get out their house and all of this. And he comes outside, and then he started pulling me by my hair. Then he held me at gunpoint. This is the part where he held me at gunpoint. So he got his gun. He held me at gunpoint and was like, I'm going to kill you. You better beg me for your life right now. And at the time I was young and I was just like, yo, this dude got a gun in my face. Like, now I got to do anything to stay alive. Like, so I'm crying and begging for my life, and he's still holding me at gunpoint. And then he started dragging me across the street. It's nighttime, you guys. So the neighbors and somebody in the neighborhood ended up calling the police. And when he stopped doing what he was doing, I called my brother crying on the phone, telling him to come get me. And I really didn't want to call my brother because they told me to leave him alone. But this was just something else that they was right about. And at that point, I didn't care. So I called him crying on the phone. He was like, what's going on? I told him. And he came. He tread lightly because he know that my ex, he was like that. And come to find out, guys, the part that I didn't tell you that I forgot. You know how I told y'all he said that he wasn't a blood anymore? He was definitely, in fact, still a blood. I found out from people, so that was a lie. Like I said, to get me, and yeah, so that was red. That was a all around red flag right there. Like, but my brother ended up showing up, getting me. So this dude, Ronnie, decides he gonna go around to the driver's side. Then just start crying out of nowhere. Fake crying, wanting sympathy. That's what narcissists do. Saying she hit me and I really love her and all of this mess. And so the police ended up showing up, coming to the car, asking me what happened. I told him everything I'm telling y'all now. I said, this guy got a gun on him and he held me at gunpoint. Can you arrest him? They sent the youngest cop out here. So mind you, this cop, he won't trying to do anything to him because he was scared of him. And he was young as all get out. A young police officer, like. So he let him run back in the house, put his weapon up. He came right back outside and he still didn't do nothing. Just kept asking me, ma'am, are you okay? When I'm telling him that he held me at gunpoint. There's nothing else you need to say. You need to arrest this dude. And he didn't do that. So my brother and I was getting mad. And my brother was like, look, officer, I just want to get my sister home right now. And the officer just kept asking, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, man, at this point, just leave me alone because you're not doing your job. And he got smart. I don't remember what he said, but he said something smart. And I was just like, we drove off. And that was the end of the day. I didn't talk to him no more after that. I was like, you know, I just can't. I went through so much with this guy. I went from seeing you to being your girl in a matter of time. Like, it went by fast. So, you know, things were bound to happen. Like, you can't rush relationships. You got to fully get to know a person. And sometimes it takes years before you fully get to know a person. Just never rush into anything because a person can be crazy, dangerous, don't care about life, don't care about nothing. And that's how he was. He was the type to tell me to kill myself, all that type of stuff. Like, when things didn't go his way, he cheated on me. He did all of that, the whole nine. But I was the one that was being accused. So, ladies, if you're in a situation like this, get out of it. Be done. If you've never been in a situation like this, you know what to avoid. And so, yeah, like, don't be as dumb as I was at 23. I'm 25 now. I know better. Like I said, everything is a lesson for me. You live and you learn. You know the do's and the don'ts. And that's just what it is. So that's all for this video. I hope it was good for y'all. And yes, like I said, if you're returning subscriber, thank you for the love. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you. Mwah. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, turn that post notification bell on so that every time I post, you'll be the first to get it. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you guys comment. And yeah, I love you all. Thank you for showing me love. And continue to come and show my videos love. Until next time, I will see you guys on the next video. I'm out.